What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. We got to get into Blueface and Chrisean. These two individuals became famous because of dysfunction. I was attracted to the dysfunction. It was good. It was great. I said Blueface is just an incredible rapper. He have a beautiful restaurant. He's employing his mother. I mean, it's just beautiful. Chrisean is talented and beautiful. It's a vibe all the time. And I love the show at the first season on Zeus. But now that have shifted with my opinion, I know people are going to say you're a flip flopper, but I'm going to flip on my position because when this baby was born on Instagram and we smell the stench of musk from Chrisean, now they're using the baby as content. The baby has been used as content to the point that Blueface decided to post the baby private parts, private area live on his followers with millions of followers, and it went viral on the internet. I personally feel that state of California Child Protective Services Agency need to take full custody of Chrisean's son. He is not clearly safe. He's been deprived of medical treatment. His mother is just doing things to go viral. She is going live. She's doing things to go viral. She's doing things to get clout. She's not doing things of being a mother to raise her children. Mother's supposed to be there for their children. Father's supposed to be there for their children, raising them. You are not a good parent if you're bringing your newborn on camera, showing their private parts, dissing them, have a swollen hernia, need medical treatment, don't need cameras. This is going to be major problems for that baby when he become of age. Bullying is a major problem in many of these schools around the country. Even if you go to the private school, he will not be shielded from some child being a bully. When I see that they're using the child for content, this to tell me that Child Protective Service needs to take that child out of the home. Chrisean is in no predicament to raise a baby. When I saw a video of this, she was at Walmart shopping. The baby head was leaning to the side. She didn't have it right. She literally is so upset at Blueface that she's forgetting about her son. Women have to understand that just because you have a baby is not going to make a man love you. I've seen that in my own family. They think, oh, a baby will solve all your problems. It will not. And I also seen in my personal experience of living and looking at family members that they decide to have a baby and then they forget that the baby is here. They think the baby is a baby doll because they still want to screw and have fun. You do know when you have a baby, it's not about you anymore only, it's a we thing. But sadly, this is not the case for Chrisean because she clearly feel like it's me, me, me. I want Blueface. I want to have another baby with Blueface. It is because she is definitely competing with his first baby mama. This is a sad case of clout at its highest form, a celebrity that is addicted to attention, and that the baby is the innocent bystander. There needs to be a law to shield children to not be used as a pawn, as clout, and posted all over the internet. I believe the FBI should be investigating this, posting a child private area, posting it on the internet. I believe that is a form of child P word, honestly. We have so many sick people that is pedos and sickos that love to look at children, and you're posting it on the World Wide Web, on the internet that is going to live forever. I personally believe that Blueface is a terrible example of a father. Just because you can go for 6 to 7 minutes and make a woman be pregnant, that's the beginning. That's the easy part. The challenge is are you going to raise that boy to be a productive citizen? Obviously, you have failed already, and a child been on this earth for a couple of weeks. You're definitely not even giving the child grace to grow before you pumping cameras and going viral. And then Chrisean up here doing this to get a video recorded when she allowing her baby to get, to go to church to be baptized. This is sad and it's sick and it's disgusting. And this is a form of abuse, honestly. And I believe that the child is getting abused. I believe he's getting abused for social media. I believe he's getting mentally abused, and he's getting neglected. He's not, because they're so concerned. I'm saying the mother and the father, Blueface and Chrisean, they're so concerned about going viral, clicks and views. And this is something that Chrisean have to understand. You seen the works of Blueface in the first beginning, how he treated his first baby mother. He ain't gonna do nothing different. But you are an example of low vibrational Black women that think my yoni is the best. No, it's not. It is a hole with chopped it up meat, and a man can get a hole anytime, any place. And because Blueface is so popular and he's famous, he have plenty of women lined up. He's not going to want you. He's going to dog you out. But typically, Chrisean, you in a place that you want to be called to be a H word, neglected. You want that. I don't think you're ready for a nice man or good man. And I believe the next man you're going to get with is going to be worse than Blueface. You love abuse because your father wasn't nothing. Your mother wasn't nothing. You grew up in the filthy parts of Baltimore. So that's all you know is trifling, dirty man, because that's all you've been a part of in the dirty part of Maryland. So when we go and fast forward to today, even though Chrisean is getting the much help, and Tamika Mallory is actually making a post and saying that she want to show support for Chrisean and give her some support because she was once like Chrisean when she was younger. But Tamika Mallory, you are an activist. What about the Black women that is not famous? What about their support? That don't have the resources for a nanny, that is working 2 jobs, that is doing, working at Amazon, Walmart, etc. They don't have no type of support. You need to support those women. Chrisean is a woman of wealth. She have a celebrity status. She have money. She can afford the best doctors, the best lawyers, the best care, around the clock care. My concern is for the women that are living in this country below the poverty line, and they're at a disadvantage where they're not having any type of support. My thing is we should support them first before we try to support Chrisean, because clearly she don't want the help. She have a mother, she has sisters, she have women all in their house with their crying babies. But this is a case of the state of California. The Governor Newsom and all of the experts in that state need to do a thorough investigation. And if they decide to remove the child, I stand on that because they're using the child for content. When Blueface decided to post this child private area on the internet, that's a sign that he needs to remove that child from the household, because I am tired of them using this baby as content. I never cared about them using each other as content because, let's be clear, they are celebrity. They are grown people. But bringing a baby in there in the state of Illinois, they're just now that parents that are influencers or have family channels and using their children part of their content, that they have to give a percentage of their earnings and put it in a trust for their children. So when they get 18, they can get access to that money. If the state of Illinois have that much sense because children was being deprived of money, where do you think that this is going on, that this child is being deprived and not getting his proper just due financially, that is being pimped out onto the world and showing his swollen hernia, that condition that he needs to be under medical treatment, not on Instagram or Twitter? And a lot of people say, well, give Chrisean grace. She's a new mother. No, she is a mother of wealth and resources, and she's messing up already. We cannot wait for 18 years, 10 years, 5 years. That is a problem with a lot of Black women that are messing up as a mother. And it's a problem with a lot of Black men as fathers that's messing up. Give them time. They're new. No, a child cannot wait till you get it together. You should have already had it together before you had the children. If you knew you was going to F up, you knew he was going to F over you, you should have never had the baby. Now you got it. You got to move very quickly, because your failure and your mismanagement can cause the life of the future of your baby and the total existence of that child if you're not careful. I speak from the heart. And if anybody have a heart, Chrisean is a trashy mother. Blueface, trashy father. 2 trashy people had a beautiful baby. And if my prediction come true, that baby would be a piece of garbage, because they are bringing that child to failure by thinking that it's okay to just put it on there, put it on for let's put it all on the internet. No, some things are for being in private, and nobody should be able to see your child in the nude. You should be able to keep that private. Nobody should be able to see that child in the nude and literally having that. That is insulting for that child, and it's insulting to adults that are going on the internet that is fans of Blueface, his music, etc., his restaurant. They don't want to go and see a child with no clothes on. Who want to see that? That's not right. That is for the eyes of the parents when they're doing care, not for the public consumption. And so when I say that the Child Protective Services of the state of California need to take custody of the child, it's because they have failed. Major failures have happened under Chrisean and Blueface, major failures. And when he posts that picture, that is evidence right there to show that custody need to be taken from Blueface and Chrisean. I'm saying this from the heart, and we're going to go into these the tweets that Blueface decided to put out to the world, and I'm going to show you all these tweets here so you can see what this man have been saying all over Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to go here and let me take them down, and then I'm going to screen share and allow you all to see the tweets here. So give me a quick second. I want to let y'all see that. Make sure y'all thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Here we go. I only went to Baltimore or Bmore, for the surgery, but when we got there, they said you missed the appointment. It was 2 days ago. The doctors are busy now. We have to reschedule at that moment. I knew she wasn't really up for the challenge. Then it was another tweet he put out. He said, you had a baby on live, but you mad about the truth being live. This tweet, I read that already. She failed to bring the baby to an appointment because she's so busy chasing out the Blueface. Then also he said, I don't care about Chrisean's feelings. My son is hurting every day. She's acting like it's not a problem. Females and the truth don't get along. I had a baby with a crack baby. Smile. It's my fault. Too for real. Can't cap. I tried to get the A word, but she prayed for this ish. Told the B I'm on my way, and I'm not even on my way. And that is what he have been saying all over these streets. Clearly, as a man that is a uncle to nieces and nephews, this does not shock me because I see it within my personal life where people are having children and they are terrible parents. I won't even trust them to take care of my dog. This is heartbreaking that they have to have that dysfunction for clicks and views, right? I am fine with it if it's just them, right? As adults, right? But when you bring in a child as part of your dysfunction, that's what I draw the line. I think you're going too far. And everybody out there is saying, wow, Chrisean needs to, she innocent. She's a new mother. She dealing with postpartum depression. But clearly she gave this man a key to her $4 million house that she's renting. She didn't buy. She's renting. And literally gave him a key to the house. And you're going to spend less time at the house because you're going to spend more time with Blueface. All for the public, because you didn't buy it, you rented it, right? It's leased, you leased it, according to Lipstick Alley in the blogs. So when I look at this couple, I say it's not going to end up right for Chrisean. She's going to end up alone and childless because her child will be removed from her from Child Protective Services. I predict that. Until she change, because she felt like it is okay to just bring my child on the internet. So does Blueface, because he decided to post a child with no clothes on the internet, which is disgusting for him to do something like that, because it's the invasion of that child's privacy. I hope women look at this and say, don't go below your standards for a man. And I hope women look at this and say, you know what, Wiley, I'm going through this. How do I get through it? Go to counseling, go to therapy, pray, go to Jesus, go to a mosque, but really get the help to say you are deserving more of getting dogged out. And don't think for a second, bringing a baby in this world, that's going to change your image with your man, and he's going to stop being a dog. He's going to stop dogging you out. He's going to become great. No, that's not going to make that man come great at all. That's actually going to make him continue to be what he is, because there's no child on earth that can stop a man behavior that want to cheat and be disrespectful. A child can't change that behavior unless he's going to have to change that behavior. Now, he could do it on the behalf of his son, say, hey, I don't want to keep doing this because I have a son. Right. But he, Blueface, have to make that decision. Hopefully one day Chrisean will understand that this is sad. And one day I hope she grow out of it, because she is in her 20s. But now she got to get quickly into her change because she have a son that's looking up to her. And what type of future are you laying for him? Not just financially, because you all have wealth, but I'm talking about emotional, that type of love, emotional, that connection. Stop playing ping pong with your baby, because you're going to end up with that karma later on in life. I can't tell you how many stories I take care of people in facilities across this country, and they're alone. They don't have any children. They don't have anybody. They don't have any visitors, because you have to be careful on how you treat your children, because one day you're going to get sick. One day you're going to get older. And I'm not talking about one day you're going to just get older. You can be in your 30s or your mid 40s and have a stroke or fall or have a heart attack where you need care. And you don't want to bring that into the power of children that you dogged out and mistreated when you were healthy, because you're going to get that karma back. You're going to get what you put out on Mother Earth. I also want to say to Zeus, do not monetize this baby on Zeus. Don't do it. Have some integrity. This is disgusting. Think about the future of that child. I'll never forget Oprah did an interview about a woman that she did some type of work. I believe it was some type of adult entertainment work or something she did. Oprah decided not to put out the interview. And she said, the reason why I decided not to put out the interview is because I didn't want your son to see you in that light. Oprah could have easily put out the interview. She said, I refuse to put out the interview because I did not want your son to go through to see you in that light. So when it comes to Blueface Chrisean, just know you're going to get older. Your son is going to grow to be older, and he's going to see what you brought to this earth and the examples that you bestowed upon him. And when I tell you, if you don't change, you're going to get it paid back 100-fold. And I hope the people that is consuming this, let it just be entertainment for you to consume it, but don't let your life be dysfunctional when you're broke. You know what I'm saying? Because at least Blueface, Chrisean, they got money, they have mansions, they got beautiful cars, private jets. But if you're broke, living in the hood, living on Section A or living in low-income housing, don't take this example of living this Blueface Chrisean life. It's too toxic for you, and you can't afford that type of lifestyle. Have a change. Be the different person. And I understand why people consume it, because it is entertaining. I admitted to the world that I was a huge fan of Blueface Chrisean's show, season 1 on Zeus. So I've been there. So I understand it was good, entertaining. Blueface is attractive. He got a swag. I get it. But now a baby has been brought into this. And then also his other son that he had with his first baby mother, when he told that boy that he did not want him to be gay. And he was saying that all over the internet. It had a bunch of strippers all in the house. That was crazy. I believe that was not a good example for a father to have your son in that type of environment. This is why, and let's make it blanketed. Child Protective Services, state of California, you need to take all of the children until they take mandatory parenting classes, till they get mandatory therapy, till they show that it's a good, productive, safe home, that they will not use them and put them on the internet. If they comply with all, then they can get their parental rights restored back to them. But until then, don't give it to them, because they are disgusting, deplorable human beings that are using their son for clicks and views to stay relevant. Before the son, we was losing interest with Blueface and Chrisean. Now it lifted up a new season because a baby happened. And when you get a baby, millions of people tune in. People all over the world tuned in. Chrisean got the baby a Twitter account. Blueface dragging his son's mother. This is all around toxic on steroids. Toxic on steroids. And this is something that we all need to change. And if we continue to applaud that behavior, it's going to get worse. I don't mind applauding toxic behavior with grown adults. I'm just not with it when you got a child involved. I'm with it when it comes, you two grown, y'all bumping heads, y'all are adults, but I'm not with it when you're doing this with two adults and an infant child, a baby. I'm not with that because that is disgusting. And when he put out this particular tweet that she missed the appointment, that's when I knew that Chrisean is so concerned about Blueface and she's not concerned about the safety of her child. When that was the tweet that was released out in the public, that will let me know that she's more concerned about her being in the bed of Blueface. That's something. And then we just heard that she decided to get it in with Blueface not too long ago and gave him some sloppy toppy. So as clear as day, and then he's sticking the sloppy toppy sausage in his first baby mama and you slurping it again. So hopefully that they don't have any type of incurable bug, a super bug. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that they don't have any of that because it's a lot of sharing and slobbing with each other. I hope that anybody that see this video, do not judge me by saying that they need to lose custody. And if you do, I don't care. You will say that. It said what I said, argue with your mama. I stand on that because they don't deserve to have their children. They don't deserve to have it at all because they are a bad representation of a child. They're super bad of a representation of raising their baby. They are super, super bad. Now, I'm going to get into this particular segment really quickly. Y'all see the man on the screen, President Donald J. Trump. We actually did a short, and the short that we did, I'm going to show you all the short that we did about these two, Donald Trump and President Biden. And everybody is saying what's going on with those two, but let's clear as day that President Biden may be in the place of losing to President Trump. I'm going to post it and let you all see because it was a poll that actually came out on ABC News. And in the poll, it said if it was to be a mashup between Biden and Trump, literally Trump will win 51 or 52% to Biden's 49%. And this is by the Washington Post and also ABC News. These are two respectable posts. Poll, I'm saying, that is very respectable all over the country. And so we want to give a shout out to the great Sean King for posting it on his Instagram of that. And of course, we did this short concerning this. And I want to get your thoughts on this. Y'all let me know your entire Sean King for releasing this poll on your Instagram. This is the ABC national poll, and it's showing the world that Donald J. Trump will beat President Biden if the election was held today. 51% of Americans, independents, is saying that they will vote for Donald J. Trump over Joe Biden. Joe Biden have an issue with black men. We feel that we are not being counted in the Democratic Party. I probably will vote for Joe Biden because my student loan debt is being canceled. I went to Westwood College. It was shut down by the Department of Education due to the Biden administration. They're forgiving that debt. Also with the University of Phoenix, also they canceled my ITT Tech debt as well. So I may stay on the side of Biden. But nationally speaking, Biden may lose this. I personally believe they need to cancel Kamala Harris and get a black man to run as his running mate. So that's what I believe. I believe Reverend Warnock. I believe Governor West, Moore from Maryland. So many other people. Governor Newsom could be a third choice, but he need a black man on the ticket because they have an issue with black men as a whole. So me personally, I feel that Biden is losing what a lot of people is because number one, he's not an alpha. Uh, this mugshot made Donald Trump get some swag, some major swag there, and they posted on shirts, and he got millions of dollars for it. If Democrats don't get their ish together, they would lose. And this man with this mugshot from Fulton County will be the next president of the United States of America. Democrats have an issue and a problem, and if they don't get it together, this would happen. They're predicting a government shutdown in the next couple of weeks because Republicans cannot come to a resolution at this very moment. If that were to happen, then we will maybe in a government shutdown. A government shutdown means people won't get their welfare, the Social Security checks, the military workers will be furloughed. Many government workers will be working for free until they pass a budget. So this is so important. And I know a lot of people tune in for me for celebrity gossip and stuff, but please take your time to look at what's going on in the world and talk to your senator, talk to your congressperson, and tell them to get their ish together and vote for a bill to fund the government. Because if they don't, it will only hurt us as Americans. And we can't afford to have a government shutdown when we just got through from a pandemic. Many people have been evicted. They're living on check to tech, and some are living on the street. So please, if you are listening to this video, make sure you call the Speaker of the House, okay? And make sure you call every congressperson you can think of, especially the ones in your district, and call other ones and tell them, get your homegirls, get your friends, get your side chicks, your side dudes, and tell them, please get their stuff together, because we as a country can't afford a government shutdown. We can't afford it. And I don't want us to have a government shutdown. We work too hard to get a government shutdown because we have to move forward and not backwards. And due to the fact that the Speaker of the House is McCarthy, is literally having this slim majority, and they hailing him from his cojones. And they are literally saying, we don't want to vote for this. We don't do that. And if he worked with Democrats, he will lose his speakership because he did all of these compromises. He is only a speaker in title. He's just a speaker with no teeth, because he decided to give all of these compromises, and he's just a speaker in name. So let's hope that this brother get it together and do right for the American people. Now, Mr. Speaker, you're going to have to work with Democrats. It is what it is. You're going to have to work. You may not become the speaker, but so what? The country is greater than one job. You can always get another job, but it's challenging for those in Americans that if they lose their job due to a government shutdown, it will be difficult for them to get another job. We can't have that. So let's hope that they get it together. President Biden is willing to work with Congress to get it together, and people need to understand Congress hold the purse. They have to put the bill to the Senate, and have to go across Biden's desk. So let's hope that they pass a very comprehensive budget that will help and provide for the middle class, for those that are underserved, that are under low income, that have no income, that will be there so to move this country forward, because we can't afford to live in a country where we don't have any resources, where the unemployment rate will go back up. We can't afford it. We did this in the past, and the people that get hurt, not those at the top 1%, those that are thriving in corporate America, regular Americans that live in a check to check will suffer the most. And if white America get a flu or a cold from this, Black America will, and without a doubt, get a financial flu. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, Cash App, $, Wiley28, Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.